Today on CCX News, one of the most expensive public works projects in state history, what it costs and what local officials think it's worth. The Blue Line Light Rail Extension project is expected to cost about $3 billion. Local elected officials have mixed feelings about the price tag. The 13-mile rail line would connect downtown Minneapolis with Robbinsdale, Crystal, and Brooklyn Park. The Met Council discussed cost estimates with local elected officials this week. Brooklyn Park Mayor Hollis Winston said that the project's value is in addressing historic disparities in jobs and education.
For many of us, this is an opportunity to begin to eat away at those disparities, which have been quite pernicious. So there's a price tag to it.
Meanwhile, Crystal Mayor Jim Adams said he's concerned about potential impacts to Crystal's road system. He's also concerned about cost.
Are we going to be able to do this in a cost-effective manner? I don't know. I think we're on thin ice.
The Met Council will start asking local governments for their consent to build the rail line in August. Governor Tim Walz has signed a bill that aims to eliminate any confusion surrounding the role of school resource officers. Legislation last year put into an education policy bill created confusion and caused dozens of police departments to pull their officers out of schools. The bill signed into law seeks to fix that. One of the biggest issues from last year's legislation, school resource officers wondered if they would face lawsuits for using certain physical restraints to control unruly students. The new law says SROs can follow the same policing guidelines as regular officers. The city of Osseo has approved funds for what some consider to be one of the best deals around for youth sports.
I think it's a great program. We've been participating in it since 2020, and I look forward to this program continuing. I think it's a great asset to the residents of Osseo and outside residents of Osseo.
That's Councilmember Ashley Mueller discussing Osseo's summer youth sports programming. The city pays about $1,100 to offer summer sessions in partnership with Twin Cities-based Rev Sports. Kids ages 3 to 10 can sign up for a 4-week session and pay under $50 for residents and just under $60 for non-residents. Mueller says similar programs in other cities can cost 3 times as much. One local robotics team is using district resources to its advantage. I introduce you to an innovative Park Center robotics captain who's this week's standout student.
It just needs wheels and a brain.
It's a busy day in Tanya Drake's engineering class.
Are we racing now?
Park Center students hard at work.
Mine's making some amazing sounds.
Starting their engines.
The idea is to have the slowest car you can.
To see which one goes the slowest.
This is how we're learning about gears and gear ratios and all that.
Drake says engineering is all about innovation.
One of the really important things in any engineering, career and technical education program is this iteration piece of like, we build it, we try it, we build it, we try it.
And senior Tyler Haeder knows a thing or two about being innovative. He's robotics captain and a leader. He helped lead his robotics team to build this year's robot with sustainable materials.
This used to be a sneeze guard for like COVID. And then no one needed them, so we just got a bunch of free plastic.
Tyler and his teammates programmed a CNC machine to cut that plastic sourced from throughout the district.
Tyler really carries with him an aura of wanting to know how everything works and how everything comes together.
You learn things together, and when you work with other people, you often learn more.
For robotics, every year is different. And for Tyler, that's part of the fun and the challenge.
So we have 2 months to build this massive robot, to design, build, test, and then rebuild it. We could rotate it up.
The team has remade this particular plastic part about 5 times. Reusing district materials saves the small team hundreds of dollars.
Lets our scholars experiment and test things out without burning through really expensive materials.
The competition season is over for Park Center, but this year left the team with plenty to be proud of. Tyler plans to attend South Dakota School of Mines and Technology next year to study engineering. Different popular fairy tales are magically mixed this weekend at Crystal's Elysian Playhouse. Photojournalist Dustin Scholl gives us a front row seat to Into the Woods Junior, presented by Kaleidoscope Performing Arts.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods, it's time, so I must begin my journey.
We are thrilled with this cast. They're phenomenal, and it's hilarious.
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it.
Every rehearsal, I kid you not, we are rolling in laughter. There's so much joy.
A cow as white as...
No.
It's a story about the baker and his wife on a journey to break the curse over their home. They want to have a child and they can't because of the curse that the witch put over them. So they're going on this journey to get all of these items.
Where did you get that beautiful cloak? I so admire it.
It's super colorful. It's a lot of different characters, different fairy tales kind of combined.
The carriage is waiting. We must be gone.
Oh yeah, there's Cinderella. We have Jack and the Beanstalk. You can hear his stepsister right now in the background. Rapunzel, the witch. There's a lot of familiar characters from fairy tales.
Beans. The special beans. I didn't know it was so nice.
As we started this journey with Kaleidoscope Performing Arts, it never was with the intent to make money. We needed the funds in order to do this for rentals, costumes, set, all of it, pay staff. So it just felt right to have it be a nonprofit.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small day.
So that we're pouring into our community, we're pouring into the youth.
I mean, there's a lot of benefits. Get grants. We will probably need a lot of support. We have, dreams to be an own building in a year or so.
Into the woods to see the king sell the cow.
To make the potions,
To see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival, into the woods.
I see the fruit of it, and that's why it's so rewarding.
into the woods, the yard of the woods, and home before dark.
Performances of Into the Woods Junior take place this weekend and next at Elysian Playhouse. Tickets are $15 and we'll provide more details at ccxmedia.org.
Park Center was looking to make a third straight trip to the state boys basketball tournament as they faced Maple Grove in the Section 5 4A final. Jay Wilcox has highlights.
Top seed Park Center hoping to beat number 2 seed Maple Grove for a third time this season as they play for the Section 5 4A Boys Basketball Championship. It's all Pirates early. Jackson Folks nails a 3 for a 13-4 lead in his first game back from an injury. It's later 16-4. Maple Grove gets going. Henry Stang drives for a layup on his way to a 21-point night. It's 20-17. Cash Chavis misses here, but an impressive follow-up tip-in for Chang Ring. Park Center leads 29-25 at the half. Second half, and Maple Grove comes on. Keegan Harney's 3 gives them the lead, 33-31. He scores 13. Stang sets up Nathan Ramadka for a clutch 3, and they lead at 54-50, and it looks like an upset could be in the making. But Park Center makes the clutch plays late. Chavis drives and scores plus the foul. He has 25 on the night. And Chavis sets up Ring for the go-ahead hoop as Park Center pulls out a 63-58 win to return to the Class 4A tournament. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Totino Grace is the two-time defending state champion in Class 3A boys basketball. The Eagles were looking to punch their ticket to state Thursday. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
Totino Grace looking for a three-peat as Section 6 3A champions. Fridley hasn't been to state since 2016. First half, Chance Watley picks the pocket of Jordan Foster and goes in for the easy 2. TG in front, 22-15. Minutes later, Watley dishes it to Will Brands, who shot fakes and gets the and one basket to fall. Eagles up by 9. TG started to hit from behind the arc as well. Dothan Ijidimbola splashes the 3 from the right wing. He had 17 points on the night. Then another triple from nearly the same spot. Tyler Wagner buries 3 of his 15. Eagles up 54-40 at the half. After halftime, it was the Isaiah Johnson slam show. First, the Mr. Basketball finalist gets a big block, gathers the ball in transition, and rocks the rim to get TG going in the second half. Then Tian Chapman lobs one up. Johnson throws it down with one hand, flashing off the athleticism. Eagles up by 22. Again, Johnson gets out on a fast break, and again, Johnson with the flush. This one off a Euro step. Totino Grace brings home another Section 6 3A title, winning big over Fridley, 98-79.
Feeling is amazing. It's really just like it's validating all of our prep that we do because we practice really hard every day. So it feels really good to just get that trophy. The goal is the state trophy.
In St. Michael, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
Hopkins and Maple Grove have had great seasons in girls basketball. They met up in the Class 4A state semifinals Thursday night. Jay Wilcox has more.
Top seed Hopkins meets 4th seed Maple Grove in the Class 4A girls basketball semifinals. Hopkins starts fast. Tatum Woodson nails a step-back three for an early 5-2 Royals lead. Maple Grove surges, though. Claire Stern's three from the left side gives the Crimson a 30-25 lead. Freshman Irma Walker powers to the hoop on the drive on her way to a great game, and Hopkins leads 36-32. Ava Cassette ends the first half with a buzzer beater for the Crimson to tie the game at 36-all. She scores 17 in the game. Second half, and Hopkins opens the lead. Liv McGill drives for the layup on her way to a 20-point night. After trailing by double digits, Maple Grove comes back. Jordan Odie hits for 3 of her 21 points, and they're within 8. But Walker is the story of the night, going 14 for 16 from the field and scoring 30 as Hopkins holds off Maple Grove 84-78 to advance to Saturday's final against Minnetonka. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.